So I'm searching the internet, Google Pics, looking for some images to use for a video that I'm making. Didn't find those, but I found something else very interesting instead. Something proving that Steve Jobs was in fact the daddy of Apple's pencil. Yeah, this is not a conspiracy nut job video.
Okay, I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. How about that for stress? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, it turns out this.
How are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a mouse, right? So what are we going to do? Oh, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus.
Is not true. Steve Jobs did in fact invent his own pencil. Yeah. So I know first a lot of people are just gonna, you know, say, yeah, he did, of course he did. And there's gonna be another camp of people saying, well, it came after he died, so obviously he didn't. And, you know, I'm just gonna get nutters having a go at me. And, don't know which camp you're in. Some people just plain won't care. But hey, let's throw some numbers out there and just see where we get to. So Jobs died in October the 5th, 2011, right? So that's kind of the earliest date. And the lightning cable came around in September the 12th, 2012. So you've got pretty much a year between Steve Jobs' death and the lightning cable. Right, so that's the thing to remember. Now, the lightning cable was introduced not on one device, but on many devices at once. Right, so it was introduced on, and I'm going to have to look down at my little bit of paper now. It's introduced on the iPhone 5, the iPod Touch, the iPod Nano, the iPad 4, and the iPad Mini. That was the first ever iPad Mini as well. Now, you can't just invent something at the drop of a hat and introduce it to all those devices at once. When you invent something as, you know, as unique as the lightning cable connector, it has to be in development for a long time, R&D, testing, before you can introduce it to so many new devices, especially something like the iPad Mini, which, while it's just a smaller version of the iPad, you know, you get what I'm saying. You know, this isn't just something that came around in the last 2 months. So it's probably been in development for over a year anyway. So there's a good chance that Steve Jobs was around while the lightning connector was around. That's my point to this. Now, the whole reason I'm talking about the lightning connector here and not the pencil is because of this. This is what I'm talking about. This main image here. Here you've got an iPad. Here you've got the pencil. Look at that connection. That connection is older than the lightning connector. That's the old-fashioned connector. Meaning this was pre-lightning connector. Meaning, yeah, this was probably done. This design was probably done when Steve Jobs was alive. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, I have nothing too much more to say than that, other than the fact this entire thing, and there's more pictures than this all comes from a website which I will put in the description below. And this entire article is dated January 26, 2012. Now, remember, Steve Jobs died in October, just a few months before. Just to prove that this isn't all a hoax and, you know, this wasn't just somebody's lucky guess, there's actually information here on this website about Apple's patented correlated magnetic structure system that makes the pen, the Apple Pencil, work. And this is actually how it actually does work. And like I said, the pencil wasn't out at the time, so nobody could have guessed this. There's no way somebody could have guessed this. So yeah, I mean, this is actually how it works. It's very, very similar to, you know, Wacom's EMR technology, basically. So, you know, well, it is and it isn't. But basically, at the end of the day, this was here 3 months after Steve Jobs' death. So it's proof, as far as I'm concerned, that Steve Jobs invented the Apple Pencil. There's no way he didn't. Whether this was the last great thing that Steve Jobs invented, who knows? But yeah, I'm calling it. That's it. There's no way that people can say that Steve Jobs hated the pencil. If you're an artist and you love your iPad Pro, more power to you. I will put a link to this in the description. You've already seen the images here, at least the ones that I feel are valid to this argument. But hey, go check it out. Subscribe, because, you know, I'll always bring you more tidbits like this. And, you know, there's more things coming up. I'll see you guys later.
Microsoft did a lot of interesting work on the tablet. What we've done is not compete with what they did. We reimagined it, and what we're doing is completely different than what they did. You know, they're completely stylus-based.
Their tablet PC that they have now.
For 10 years.
Yeah, right.
You know, and what we said at the very beginning was, if you need a stylus, you've already failed.
So we're so happy to introduce to you another brand new accessory specifically for iPad Pro. It looks like this. It's called Apple Pencil.